This plugin is extremely underrated. You can do so much with it, but I don't see a lot of producers talk about it. Today you're gonna learn some awesome creative stuff you can do with the frequency splitter. Let's open up FL Studio. First, what is a frequency splitter? It's a fairly simple plugin that can, well, split frequencies. But how can we use it creatively? First, we're gonna apply some effects on specific bands. To do that, make sure you have your melody or whatever you wanna use sent to a mixer track. Then in here, find Patcher. Once Patcher is open, we basically have a playground of space we can use to do some amazing stuff. Right-click and go to Add Plugin. Then find the frequency splitter effect. Once you have it, it will sit here in the middle. So on the left side, the sound from your mixer track will enter. Then it will go through the frequency splitter and then back to FL. So everything we do in between the input and output will alter your sound. First off, let's disconnect the output from the frequency splitter. First thing we're gonna do is split the band so that we can apply effects separately. Right-click your effect and go to Output. We're gonna disable the main output, and then we're gonna enable 3 of the sends. Once that's done, double-click the frequency splitter to open it up. Now we're gonna register the sends. To do that, go to the right side of the effect. Set the send of the lows to 1, the mid frequencies to 2, and the highs to 3. We can then close it up. Now let's say you want to apply some reverb to the highs. Then simply add a reverb effect and connect the output of send 3 with the reverb. Then of course connect the output of the reverb back to FL Studio. You can also apply other effects to the lows and mids if you want. However, if you don't, make sure to route the other sends from the frequency splitter back to FL Studio. This is extremely powerful and you can use it for multiband compression, for example. Oh, and if you want to have a separate video about Patcher, let me know down below. Next, you can use frequency splitter to easily sidechain your bass and kick. Let me explain. First, make sure your kick and bass are sent to a mixer track. On the bass track, apply a frequency splitter effect. On the kick track, apply a fruity peak controller effect. Now open up both the plugins next to each other. In the frequency splitter, we're gonna make the red band of the low frequencies duck every time the kick plays. To do that, right-click the low band and choose Link to Controller. Then in this window, set the internal controller to peak control peak. The mapping formula can stay default. Then click on Accept. Now in the fruity peak controller, decrease the peak amount and increase the bass. Definitely play around with the decay as well. Now while you're hearing this, you still have control over exactly how much of the lows will be ducked. This is just a tiny part of mixing your beats, so if you want to continue the lesson, click the video right here. Thank you guys so much for watching.